Alright, hello. Today I will be showing you how to take your models from World War II and put them into your Black Ops 3 maps and such. You know what I'm saying? In this tutorial I'm going to assume that you know basic model extraction and model animating in Autodesk Maya. So I will not be getting into what you need for those, like the tools, like Aiden's for extracting the X models. So firstly, you're going to want to choose the gun that you want. So going to soldier, divisions, armored. Let's see, what's a good gun? The MP40 is pretty cool. Let's do the MP40. So you're going to get that on your class. Now this is just speculation, as it was in Advanced Warfare. You needed to have the gun in your hands for it to load. So you're going to have to get the gun in your hands. That's why I'm doing this in Headquarters. Get your Wraith open. Refresh the game of World War II. Look for MP40. Get your VA, which is View Animations. I just extract all of them for the time, because, I mean, why not? So now you get your X models. So let's see, it's down in VM. So you get all of your VMs, extract them. You take a second. Make sure that you have the gun in your hand when you refresh it, or it may not load it. Live fire. And the converter is finishing. Now, at the time being, I am not sure how to get the sound files, considering they're all baked into PAK files, PAKs, which do not label them. So there is no MP40 sounds. So I will just be using the Black Ops 1 sounds when I'm doing this. So now we got the gun extracted. You can close your World War II. That's all you need. Let me close this. So your Maya's here. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open up your Wraith file, exported files, World War II, X models, and then German MP40. Don't grab the NPC, grab the VMs. MP20, MP40. So I'm going to highlight all of the MP40. I'm going to copy them. I'm going to create a new folder called MP40. Paste them all in. Some of the files are very large, so it might take a little bit. So now, you are only going to drag in the files that say base on them. So you're going to grab your MP... Oh, that's annoying. Here, let me get rid of these. So, as you can see, barrel, base. So I'm going to drag that in. It's going to create this little thing. Oh. It's white. Let's turn the hardwire shading on. It's a bit too bright. Let's turn the light on. Do not drag your bind in yet, because that'll mess things up. So now you look for the next base. Clip base. You're also gonna want to drag in the master. Let's see. Optics base. Some of the things don't have bases, which are just add-ons. Okay, receiver base. Let's see, stock base. That's a little low. I don't think it comes with a stock, actually. Why is the stock so low? That's a little weird. Alright, I'm I'm gonna leave the stock out for now, and if it's necessary in some animations, I'll bring it back in, but for the time being, I'm just gonna leave the stock out. So now what you're gonna want to do is you're going to want to go into Windows, Settings, or nope, General Editors, Namespace Editor. Highlight all of these, hit delete, and merge with root. Okay, so now you got your MP40 master. This is the J gun. So what you're gonna want to do is if any of the joints just have J gun, just delete them. But if they have things under J gun, for example here it has J int reload and J int everything else. So here, wait, let me just demonstrate. This J gun doesn't have a plus beside it, and this one does. If it has no plus, just delete the joint folder. And if it has more than J gun, what you're gonna want to do is take everything that's in J gun, and you're gonna drag it. Oh wait, I don't have it open. You're gonna want to drag it into your master file. So onto the J gun master, you're just gonna drag it all in, and then delete the J gun. Oh, let's see. Tag clip. Drag that in. What's in this one? Silencer, sight off, sight off. Alright. Oh, this one already has sight off and sights on. So I'm just going to delete it. So now I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to delete this. Rename your joints to joints. There we go. So now we have all our joints in the same place. So if I move this gun right now, it's not going to do anything because it's not bound. So what you're going to want to do is drag in all of the binds from the oh fuck, that's the stock one. Okay. There we go. Okay. So only drag in the joints from the models you've used. So I drag in receiver base. I drag in optics base. I always drag it in twice. I drag in clip base. I would drag in barrel base. And then finally I would, is that everything? Clip base, I would drag in master. Alright, so now let's see if everything is bound. Yep, looks like everything's bound. Bring it back to its original position, and then File, Save Scene As, go into Wraith, go to Files, WW2, X Models, okay, sheesh, MP40, and I guess I'll just Final, and then BM_MP40. In your extraction, if you wanted the world model, you'd get the NPC German, but that's a lot harder to get because, as I said, I theorized you need the gun rendered, like the model rendered, and it's harder to get the world model rendered than it is for the view model. So let's see, some things I need to delete off this model. You're going to want to get rid of your the clan tag thing. Where's the emblem thing? Are there emblems? No, there's no emblem in World War II. Okay, so now, this is where this gets really annoying. So, you're going to go onto your desktop, and you're going to get the IW7 conversion rig. The IW7 conversion rig is really annoying because, the one I have at least, doesn't allow me to save it, so I won't be able to, I'll have to reload the model every single time. Let's go into Wraith, exported files, World War II, X models, MP40, and now, Final. Let me grab my MP40 model. and I'll paste it in there. So you're gonna go File, Open, IW7com. So once this loads, it's gonna give me a warning. This is gonna open. So you've got your conversion in. So now I'm going to drag the MP40 in. You're gonna go into Windows, Rendering Editor, or General Editor, Namespace Editor, get rid of VM_MP40, merge with root. So now we have that. So now scripts, link IW7. Yep. So now I've got my link IW7 in. The gun is now linked to the arms. So let's see if there's a perspective. First person 90. That does not look nice. First person 65. Whatever. So I'm gonna open up my animations now. Exported files, World War II, X-anims. So now you're gonna look for VA_MP40. So let's see, Luger, M1A1, M1 Garand, M30, M7. Okay. MP28 and then MP40. So you get the first one, you go all the way down to the bottom, copy them, new folder, MP40, paste them all in. Alright, now we need to choose the animations that we need. So I'll full screen this. So let's see. Aperture. We're not using that unless you have the aperture site. Epic. So we're just going to get rid of all the epic because that is not the base gun. Unless you get the epic variant. Gonna get the extended mag out of here. Let's see. Marksman, we're gonna get rid of marksman. Suppressor on, suppressor off, we don't need those. Reload empty, reload recoil, put away quick, put away, pull out, melee. You will keep melee if you want the gun to... Here, I'll show you. If you want to use the gun as a melee weapon. So, here, wait, let me drag this in here. It appears to be a little low. What's the problem here? Alright, so I found the problem. There is a updated conversion rig that makes this thing 10 times easier. So, you're going to want to download Colley's World War II conversion rig. So once you have that, open up the rig like you would normally. Now, because I have the Black Ops 3 conversion rig, or the T5 to T7, I have these shelves up here. You may not have these. So, download that rig and get the shelves for it, because it makes this 10,000 times easier. So, namespace, back to deleting. If you don't have namespaces already, good. So what you're going to want to hit is gun, puts the gun up there. So now I'm going to save this sucker. MP40 com rig. There we go. So, now, you're going to want to start dragging in your animations. So, I'll start with the ADS down animation. So as you can see, I always run it first to check. So it is moving. So I'm going to choose the ADS extraction option. Export X-anim. This is 10 frames long. Save to Guru, World War II, MP40. Idle. No. ADS down. Save selection. Export selected. Done. File. Open. Oh man, I'm so glad I found this rig. This makes this 10 times easier. Boom. So now that we have that in, we go ADS up. Same thing. I know it's working because I don't know. World War II. 40. ADS up. Alright, so those are our ADS options. So remember, always choose the ADS option when you're doing your ADS animations, unless it's ADS fire. ADS fire is weird, and you just process it like a normal animation. Okay, so what's next? We do not need the dive animations because we are not diving. Because we're going into Black Ops 3. Empty additive state. What is this animation? Oh, this is just a filler animation. Alright, so we don't need this. So this crawl forward sprint, which is weird. I'm gonna delete those. Let's do fire. So rat-a-tat-tat. So 5. You just use the regular arrow for these ones, not the ADS arrow. So 5 frames. Alright, and that's how you extract your animations. And remember, always do with the number of frames that is there. Save selection, export selected. No. Alright. So I'm going to fast forward while I do all these animations, and I'll catch up with you guys soon. Bruh, Schleep. And there we go. Boom. All of the animations are complete. So, let's see. What am I doing? Alright, so, got all the animations done. I do not have the models, however. So you're going to want to go File, Open. You're going to go back to your MP40 or whatever gun you have model. VM_MP40. You're going to select all the files. Select Hierarchy. I'll do Tools, Export X Model. Kuru. WW2. MP40. VM. Save selection. Wait. No, you need to change this to Tag Weapon. So your J gun, you're going to have to change that to Tag Weapon. No meshes selected. That's probably because I didn't select Hierarchy. There we go. So. Now we wait. Boom. Okay, so next you're going to need a set of view arms from Black Ops 3. So I already have a set, I believe, in my Richthofen. Yep, here they are. So I got Edward Richthofen's glove hands. So let me just make sure they're bound. Yep, looks like they're bound. Oh fuck, I hate this light. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to get your MP40 model now. So let's see, desktop. Drag it in. Now it's there. Delete the namespaces again. Shit. Oopsie daisies. Boom. So now you take your joints for J-gun, which you rename to tag weapon. So you go to view, tag view. You should already know how to do this. Tag weapon right. Drag it. Okay. Or not. Drag it in. Delete that. Take your tag weapon. Change the translates. Boom. So now extract X model, Koru, World War II, 40, anim model. So now we've got our anim model. So now we're completely good. We don't need Maya anymore. So I'm gonna open my mod tools. Oh, they're not on my desktop anymore. Look up to mod tools, I agree. What? Okay, so we're back, we're good, everything is fine. I got my asset manager working. So now I set up a model folder for animated. So you're gonna want to make a model. So I've got these. Let's go into CMD. Boom. They're both model bins now. So let's go on to Black Ops 3. Model export. Koru, World War II, MP40. Paste them in here. I'm gonna get rid of these. Now we've got our models. Now go into Wraith, into your World War II, X models. Here I'm gonna make a new folder to make this easier. Okay, so you're gonna go here. You're gonna go into your MP40, and you're going to take images from all of the things you've taken from. So we got our barrel base images that I just took. And next we're gonna go down to clip base. Paste them in. If it wants you to replace them, just do it. Master. Optics base. Receiver base. And that's all I used. Okay, so now we have our images. Whew, those look a little silly. So we're gonna put our model here. So here's our view model. It's not textured, but oh, we got a Lambert, great. Barrel base. So, with weapon. The MP40 is made out of metal, so I'm going to give it a metallic reflection. Let's see, color. And now we have our images, so I'm going to search a barrel. So this is the occlusion map, this is the normal map. Not sure what that is. That's the mask. So I'm going to put in the color map first. I'm going to bring in the ambient occlusion map. to bring in normal map. I believe it has a specular map. I'm not sure. I can check now though. No, it doesn't look like it has. What if I put this in for the specular map? That makes it very gold. So we're gonna get rid of specular since this one doesn't come with a specular map. I know it has a camo mask map. And I believe the green and yellow one is this heat map. I could be wrong, however. No, that looks pretty good. There's also a mask. There's just a barrel base? What's taking up barrel base? Oh, the heat map. I'll put M here. These are just extra textures that you don't really need. So now this looks really nice. Let's see how the gun looks. So that was just for the barrel. But let's see. Yeah, that looks alright. I might have to give it a little bit of a better type of texture, but for the time being it looks alright. So I'm going to put all these textures together and then I'll get back to you when it's done. Alrighty, so MP40 is completely textured. Now we need to do the animations. So another long, tedious, fun process. WW2 underscore, okay, that's 3 W's. 2 underscore MP40 underscore ADS underscore up. Anim file. Oh, I didn't extract, I didn't do those either. Oh, I can just, oh no, these are C anims. Shit. So I need to take these ones. There we go. And now we got all our animations. So, for the anim file, I need to get my MP40 and then ADS up. So, model file, we go into where we saved our animation. And now we have that. So we need to get relative animations which do not use bones. And that's it for that. And now I will do my animations, and I'll catch you when they're ready. Alright, so we are done with the animations. So now we need to start working on the actual gun file. So I'll do World War II MP40. Make that a bullet weapon and start it up. So display name. So this is the name that shows on the HUD. So I'm going to put MP40. In-game name. I believe this is the console name. So it'll be 40, MP40. Player random type, SMG, clip under. Where's clip under? Handle clip. There we go. Inventory, primary, bullet, rifle, SMG. This is a SMG. Small penetration. I think it's bullet small. Let's see. Let's see. Use as melee weapon. So right now I'm just going through everything, making sure everything is alright. So non-stowed weapon, activate slam is drop weapon is sniper weapon. What does this mean? Disallow use as offhand melee. Oh, okay. I understand. So, bolt action, TV guided, alt weapon name, use as melee. Yep. So, that's just all ADS. Make sure you check that. Bullets. So I'm just gonna put ammo name MP40 World War II, MP40 clip. So clip only, clip size. I believe it's 31 in an MP40. No, it's 32 in an MP40. Max stock ammo. So let's do some math. Let's see. I'll let them have 10 clips, so 320. Start ammo. Make sure you put that as max stock ammo. Or no, you need to put it as max stock ammo plus the clip. So, Tracer. These are what, I believe these are your reticles. So here, wait, I have a gun up here. Yep. No, these are just SMG, SMG enemy, and SMG underwater. I'm not sure what the tracers are for. I completely forget, but let's see damage. Okay, so for these, I'm going to go on Google and I'm going to look up Call of Duty MP40. So, MP40. This website always gives you the details of how good what the weapons do. So this is not giving me a fire rate. Always look for ones with fire rates. So I believe this is the website that usually gives fire rates. Let's see. Let's scroll down to. Yeah, it gives us fire rate, doesn't it? Yeah, rate of fire lock. So this is Call of Duty Zombies. That's on the fucking What am I looking for? I'm looking for Call of Duty World War II. Or no, Black Ops 3. I'll look for Black Ops 3. Okay, so damage. It's not giving me damage. Huh, that's unfortunate. I'll check the Black Ops 2. Damage. Huh. Well, I'm not getting any damage, so I'll just make up a damage. So, I'll do 130. Okay. So now, let's get rid of these. Make sure that your crawl timer is good, because the fucking crawl timer likes to break constantly. So let's see. Crawl in. See, they're all at 0. So I'm gonna set mine to 1. Because if these aren't at another value than 0, it'll just make the animation go too fast. Okay, so everything's good. So X anims and X models. So view gun is going to be VM_MP40. I'm going to put world gun as the same thing. So now we've got our things. Here, wait, let me grab this. Vertical settings, right beside small. And let's shrink these. You're gonna want to get your reticles, because if not, you'll just have nothing in front of you on the screen. So let's go down here. And now I plug in my animations. So I'll do this, and then I'll MP40 80 idle. So I'll be right back while I'm doing this. Alright, so I've got all of my animations in. So now I'm going to check if the weapon renders. So to get the weapon to check if it renders, let's just see. Let's see, ZM_Jeff, edits own file. Weapon, World War II, MP40. Just because we haven't done the upgraded version. So now let's see if the weapon has done its stuff. Alright, so I almost forgot rate of fire. So what you're going to want to do is, this is the equation you're going to use. So, if fire is 0.016, rate of fire is 3750. Therefore, the function of 0.016 is 30750. Therefore, x equals 0.016 times 3750. So, x would end up equal 60 at that point. Therefore, 3750 over, or 60 over 3750 is your rate of fire. So, what you would do is you'd take the rate of fire of your weapon. So, for example, the MP40 is 535, and you do 60 over 535. So let's plug that into the calculator. .11214. 11214. So that is our fire now. Now let's load this puppy up. Alright, so we're in game. So I guess I'll check if the weapon rendered. By rendered I mean loaded in and is. Alright, so we got the weapon. The ADS animation seems to be a bit weird. Melee animation. animation works. It's not that strong though. The ADS animation, I think when I extracted it, I did it a bit wrong, but everything else seems to be good. You don't slide with it because, and the prone animation is different because that's how it is with all of them, but alright. So, we got the weapon in, we got it converted, and I guess that's the whole tutorial. Thank you for watching.